Gaming with a Point, the weekly podcast for myself, someone who actually I don't have a really good intro for this week, but the Boomer and the Zoomer talk different topics in life. Um, Before we get into this week's topic, Gustavo, how was your past 2 weeks actually? Because we did not have a podcast last week. I know. I was kind of being sarcastic. Bro, I warned you. Did I not? Just stay on top of it. Just stay on top of it, bro. Just stay on top of it. That's good though. Uh, Kind of stressful. A lot of work stuff trying to get the house set up because we have our nieces coming over tomorrow. So, first time Karina's seen them in over a year, and we have the newborn one coming over tomorrow. So, it's stressful. So, but trying to get the house set up for a bunch of small children is always stressful when, we're nerds and have so many collectibles. It is, but I'm excited to see him. We haven't seen him in a while. Actually, you'll enjoy this. So I don't know if I've told you this, Gustavo, but for Christmas this year, actually, we got all three of our nieces different tippers. I think so too. Yeah, because we got Lunar Ravel for our niece Luna, because of course we did. We got the ice one for our niece Emmy, and then for the newborn we got her just base tibbers, because she's a newborn. But so this week we are talking board games, tabletops, and other stuff. And board games, tabletops, and trading card games. And I'm going to be playing Hearthstone. It is a game I have played a lot of. A lot more than I like to admit. It's not a wild deck. My deck isn't wild. But so Gustavo, this is a very important question.
Oh God.
What is the best board game of all time?
Brian, I that's a hard question. I just got into board games like freshman year of college.
True.
Or maybe sophomore year. I don't know. I'm pretty new to the board game scene, so I'm not sure. I think the most you've seen me play board games is like
with me. So I love
you answer that question.
I love Risk. It will always be one of my favorite games. I played it a lot when I was younger. My grandpa absolutely loved Risk. We'd love to have a couple drinks with him. And stuff, and he was very much. He used to try to. We couldn't tell if he was big braining us or just messing with us half the time. But he would go so in depth with his strategies and tell you exactly what he's gonna do, because his mindset was, you can't stop me from doing it, so I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing.
He was fucking with you.
It was hilarious. I loved it. But yeah, so Risk will always have a special place in my heart. Always. It's a game I don't play enough anymore, just because there's so much to it. But yeah, I will always have a special place in my heart for Risk. But other than that, I like Villainous. I do enjoy it. Cards Against Humanity is always a ton of fun. It's always a good, especially if you're drinking with friends. I love cards.
Thinking about it, I think I figured out my favorite game.
Oh?
I'd say it's Munchkin, but like the special edition ones. Like, I personally have the Rick and Morty one.
Yeah.
I played a couple other ones, and all the Munchkins are pretty good.
Yeah, Munchkin is such a fun game. It's one of those games that, like, as you get more into it and stuff, it just gets kind of better.
and fucking over your friends is pretty fun.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
Any game where you can fuck over your friend, best game.
Yeah, 100% agree. I love Munchkin's one of those games, and actually, there's a new Munchkin I need to get, which is the Critical Role Munchkin. Which I'll talk about Critical Role later because we're gonna get into tabletops later. But the other board game that I do want to get for actually specifically for us, like when we do our hangouts and stuff, I want to get God, Stardew Valley.
Yes, yes. I looked at that and I actually forgot that was a thing. Hold on, let me look
Yeah,
it
because
up.
I had sent it to you actually. I was like,
Yeah.
hey.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Another great game, Betrayal House on the Hill. If you've not played it, it's really fun.
Oh no, Stardew Valley is sold out right now.
Because of course
Oh
it is.
man, dude, I gotta like check up on that every once in a while. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm getting
so dope.
eventually.
But yeah. So I'm big on board games. I actually have a lot of board games, a lot of stuff I haven't gotten to play, which makes me very sad. Because like the big one I haven't gotten to play yet, that I know you know about, is Gloomhaven. I need to go and play Gloomhaven.
Because so you've never played it?
I've not gotten to play it yet.
Dude, how long have you had it?
I've had it for freaking ever.
Dude, spending that much money on a board game and you've never played it?
Getting other people to play it with me has always been the issue.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Dude, one day we both have a shit ton of time. I'm down. I've always been down to play. I just don't know anything about it.
It's such a long game.
That's all I know. All I know is like a 4-hour game.
Yeah, so it'd be like we're like getting together at like noon, if not earlier, and just spending the whole day playing, which would be a fun as hell ordeal. But it's also like, God, we need to plan out an entire day just to play one game.
Yeah, that I can tell you for sure that won't happen until like semester ends.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
And at that point, we won't even have John around.
No, John's still gonna be here.
Oh, I thought John was going back home.
No. Oh. Actually, yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know.
I was like, I think I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going back home for the break or not.
And victory. So I'm playing Murlocs, by the way, because I'm a horrible human being. It's all I play in Hearthstone. But yeah, continuing on board games. So we obviously play a lot of D&D together. Well, not a lot, but we play weekly.
Well, to me, it's a lot because like it's the only D&D game I've ever played.
Yeah, because I know you had tried last semester before or last year before Coco decided to come out and screw everyone's lives.
Yeah, fuck COVID.
Yeah, I get a second shot soon, and I'm so excited for it.
I just want to get the Johnson & Johnson and get one shot and call it a day.
I think Walmart has it right now, just so you know.
Yeah, my job asked me if I wanted to get it there, and they needed a head count, and I told them I'd get it there. So I'm kind of just waiting. If they take too long, I'm just gonna go to school though. I know they're giving it out for free.
Yeah, Walmart's technically free. If you have insurance, they ask you bring your card. They're not actually gonna bill your insurance, but like I don't have insurance, so I was able to essentially sign the waiver. Getting off on a tangent as always. But actually, that does kind of actually play back into, at least for me in a way, board games and stuff. Because I cannot wait. Like, I know Tabletop Sim is a great thing and stuff, but I can't wait to get back with, like, massive groups of friends and people and playing board games and playing trading card games and stuff. And for those of you that know me, know I am currently, like, super big on, the Digimon TCG. So the fact that like this game came out and now pretty much has to sit on the back burner because of COVID and they can't really do tournaments and stuff other than like online stuff, which a lot of people are like, I don't trust people. So.
Dude, I would get into it with you, but like I can't start buying more card games. I have a problem when it comes to card games. I have a really, really big fucking problem, Brian.
Bro,
When
so
I
do I.
start when I start a card game, I just keep buying shit and I keep fucking buying shit and it doesn't stop.
Oh,
Every time every time I go to Walmart, I'm like so fucking happy that there's never Pokemon cards there because I know if I see Pokemon cards, I'm gonna fucking buy it. And I already have enough Pokemon cards. I don't need any more. But it's a fucking problem.
I agree. Trust me. I'm somebody that does avidly, collect. So.
It's just too much of an impulse buy. I see it, I gotta get it.
It's one of those things. I'm 100% with you on that.
Like, oh my god, when I was getting into Magic, it was last year. Dude, the amount of Magic cards I got like right away, insane. My closet is already filled with like just boxes of Magic cards.
I have so many Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's ridiculous still, after like so long, because I actually have sadly not played Yu-Gi-Oh in a very long time, which sucks because I absolutely loved the game. I also hate the game, but I have a love-hate relationship with Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was never the biggest fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I didn't even really watch the anime that much. I would only watch it when like it was on TV and there was nothing else better to watch. But I was never really too into it.
So I had a time where I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh, and so I talked about this with Pokemon too. And so I was big into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, stuff like that for a while, and then I had no one I could talk about it with. So I kind of got out of it because I was like, oh well, I'm doing this by myself. This sucks. And then as it got later, later in life, and I found other friends, mainly my best friend Rob, who I've brought up a lot. But yeah, he got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh because he was just because I would watch him play all the time. And he got me back in, and I just dove head first, and we started playing constantly together. And I got into the anime and stuff again, and like I played for a hot minute, and like when we both went into the military, I was still pretty heavily playing, and I actually played Black Wings for a while. For anyone who actually knows anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, for when Black Wings first came out, that and Infernities were heavy in the meta and kind of really stupid because they could turn kill most players, and it was stupid, and I loved it. And I kind of, if the deck wasn't so dead because of a lot of the changes they've made to Yu-Gi-Oh, which is why I don't play now, is a lot of the ruling changes, I would love to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh on a competitive level, but there's too many changes. That, and as I'm getting into Digimon, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. I enjoy the deck building aspect to it more so than anything else, which is really nice because that's the one thing with trading card games, which apparently we're transitioning into, is I love deck building probably more than I do playing. I absolutely love deck building. I could spend literally days building decks and just do that and be satisfied, like play testing my decks against each other. I don't know how often, like especially in high school, Rob and I would just spend nights testing out decks and just tweaking stuff and everything. And like, I'm sure his mom got so frustrated that we'd never actually go to bed on school nights and shit, just because we'd rather be playing our card game. And just, it was a big thing, especially in the summers when I'd pretty much spend all my time at Rob's house, and I think we only went to one or two tournaments ever, Rob and I, but like it's one of those things, like I would love to get back into it if it wasn't such a different level. And same with Pokemon. I love collecting Pokemon cards. I will never get back into the competitive of Pokemon.
Dude, theory crafting for any TCG game is so fun.
Exactly,
Like,
and like it's my favorite part of playing a TCG, and that's
there's
why
so
like
much that goes into it where you can just like think of the craziest shits, and most of the times they work too.
mm-hmm.
And it's just so fun.
And that's like what I've been doing a lot of the time when I'm streaming Digimon and stuff. Is I'm kind of either theory crafting or deck building, which I'm gonna figure out a consistent day to do it on the channel. Just so everyone knows, I'm going to find a consistent day to do it. I just don't know what that is currently. But that will be coming to the channel. I am really adamant about wanting to kind of evolve at least one of the days into that, because a lot of my stuff's still going to be Let's Plays and stuff. But I do want it because I'm going to get into the competitive of Digimon as I'm collecting a lot of the cards. I'm building some really powerful decks and stuff. And I'm very much been trying to get other people into the game. And like I have so many decks I can build that I'm just not interested in the playstyle of the deck. So I have the cards for the decks. I don't want to play the deck because it's like this playstyle doesn't work with what I do. So
Were you ever into Bakugan?
so Bakugan's a weird one for me because I was kind of into Bakugan, but not enough to like I got into it late. I was bigger into the video game than I was
Oh
the
my
actual
god.
game.
Don't even get me started with the fucking video game, dude. Oh, I fucking love the video game. I had it for the Wii. It was so much fun.
So I hate
Oh
myself.
my god.
That was for the longest time the only game on my Xbox 360 back when I had an Xbox 360 that I had 100%. I had every single achievement for the longest time, and I hated myself that was the game. I was like, this is really
the game was so good.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It came down to though, like, do I be embarrassed by this?
Oh man, dude, I fucking love that game. I play that shit so much. And you had your own fucking custom. Oh, it wasn't custom, but it wasn't in the anime or in the
Yeah,
board.
you could kind of like adjust your character. It was
yeah.
It was good. I wish they had done it a little better, and apparently Bakugan got a reboot recently.
Yeah, it did. I don't understand it right now, but
I haven't touched it. I don't.
it's like some hexes now, and instead of like magnetic cards, it's weird. I looked at it like a while ago, and I was just like, nah, just give me the old shit. I still have all my cards. It's back home though.
So actually, that kind of brings me into an interesting topic that made me think about. So, thoughts on, because like Bakugan is kind of similar to, because it is kind of almost a trading card.
I'd say it is.
What are your thoughts on Beyblade? It might have been a little after your time, if I'm correct.
No. I had Beyblades, dude. Elementary school, fucking. Oh my god, I still remember this. I had a fucking custom Beyblade. It was like a Frankenstein of all my other shit, and it was the ugliest Beyblade. It was like the fattest, chunkiest shit you can find. And I fucking brought it to school one day, and we were all playing and shit. Then one time, so my elementary school, it was like, it had a really big auditorium, and then next to the auditorium was a cafeteria, but to separate it, there were like these it was like a wood wall that could like come in and then come out, so that if they ever needed to like get the auditorium bigger, they can just open it and have both the cafeteria and the auditorium. So in the wall that can like come in and come out, there was a little gap, and the gap was just big enough for my fat ass fucking Beyblade to go through. And we were playing. I was playing with some friends. I fucking remember this shit vividly, dude. I was pissed, fucking pissed. So we had the whole arena and shit. And my blade, we were playing with my friends, and one of my Beyblades just fucking flew out, and it went under the fucking wall, and in the cafeteria. And I spent like a good 10-15 minutes trying to find my fucking Beyblade. and I fucking lost it. I couldn't find it. And then a couple days later, I see a guy with the same exact fucking Beyblade, and mind you, this was a school bully too. Same exact fucking Beyblade, and I knew it was mine because it was the fattest, ugliest shit, and it was custom made. Literally, I took apart all of my shit and put that shit together, and this fucking bastard took it and said it was his. Then that was back when I had no chill and I had anger management issues. So I confronted the school bully, and it wasn't pretty. After that confrontation, Beyblades were banned in our school.
That'll do it.
Yeah, kind of got Beyblades banned in my school.
Yeah, no, I remember Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon being banned in school because they considered it like gambling and trading and everything, and it was. I remember that vividly. Well, in elementary school, let me rephrase that. In high school, they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like we were constantly lunchtime. I know how many people thought we were weirdos because all we did almost every single day was we'd just be sitting there playing with our Yu-Gi-Oh cards or our Magic cards, whichever one we were into at the time. Because I did play Magic for a while. I will probably never play Magic consistently again. I have a love-hate relationship. Like, I plan to collect a new expansion that's coming out later this year, which is D&D based, but that just comes down to my love of Dungeons and Dragons. But I will never get back into, like, consistently playing Magic. And, like, a lot of my friends at work, they're hardcore Magic players. And they're like, come on, just play. Just play with us. Come on, it'll be fun. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good, guys. I'm good. Good.
I had my fair share. That's enough.
Yeah. I put a lot of money and time into Magic. I put a lot of money and time into a lot of trading card games, if I'm being honest. And, like, yeah, some people will be like, oh, wasted money, but I enjoy it. One is how I'm always going to look at it. Is if I enjoyed myself with it, cool. That's all I really care about. I'm not out here to kind of become the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh or Digimon or Pokemon player ever. I'm just usually just having fun with friends, which is what actually I think all three of our topics for today is mostly about, is like, especially table board games. Like, so many people would rather play just a board game with some friends, have a couple drinks. I know that's what me and my old friend, or my other community college friend group, would love to do. We'd have a couple drinks, play some Catan. Catan was a favorite. We were also big on... It was mainly D&D stuff, but, like, other tabletop board games and stuff were always so much fun to do as well. So I will always have a special place in my heart for a lot of these stuff. But yeah, trading cards, it's very much a love-hate, because as I've brought up, every time I do an unboxing or I'm deck building on the channel, I know I talk about it a lot, so I'm sure people are sick and tired of hearing me talk about it. But I am sick and tired of scalpers so much.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that shit.
Literally Friday. So Walmart gets our cards on Fridays. Spoiler alert, at least mine does. That's when the vendor comes in. We don't have any in the back. Don't ask. It's a vendor. But yeah, so we were doing. Actually, I'd gone to GameStop because I had Friday off. So Corinne and I went over to GameStop because we were gonna go pick up a couple things and stuff, and the manager there knows us super well. We order pops from him all the time, and we were talking about cards, how we had just picked up cards from the comic shop because our local comic store now carries Digimon, which makes me really happy. But like, he was talking. He's like, yeah, I pretty much put them out, and within 4 hours they were gone. He's like, and somebody had told me that Walmart had some had 8 people standing as the vendor was stocking, just waiting for them to be done.
That's insane.
It's gross. Like,
That's
bruh.
crazy.
And you know those people probably are not buying for themselves. They're not buying as collectors.
They're reselling that shit real quick.
And it's gross. Because it's like, what do you gain out of this?
Money.
Well, yeah, obviously money. Obviously, smart ass.
I didn't want to say anything.
But, like, when it comes to the whole ordeal of, like, because a lot of people, for me, a lot of people are missing out getting into cards, especially with Easter just happening. Like, a lot of kids probably wanted Pokemon cards and stuff and just not getting it because douchebags. So for me, that's
shitty.
Oh yeah, it's super shitty. It's one of those things I will never. I hate scalpers. It's one of the shitty things, and I will admit I've been horrible in the past when it comes to Funko Pops. Like, I'll buy, like, when we go out and, like, physically go shopping when it comes to convention time, especially, like, if we see 1 or 2 extras that we're like, these aren't ones we're gonna actually collect for ourselves, but we're gonna pick up one to resell down the line. Like, we've done that before, but, like, even that we don't go, like, way over market price. Like, I know I've talked about this in the last episode with anime, but, like, there's some My Hero Pops I really want that I just cannot get my hands on because they're so expensive.
But there's a difference between just getting, like, 1 or 2 extra and getting, like, the entire fucking whatever's in stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
A big difference.
Oh, yeah. I 100% agree.
Like, the people waiting for the guy to finish fucking stocking to buy them all, that's insane.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's literally no reason for it.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a fucking PS5 for a while now, and I just can't because people.
Bruh, I've given up until they say that they're gonna actually be restocking consistently. I'm not gonna bother with a PS5.
So right now, I'm trying. If I'm awake for it, I'll try. Like, so far, I've only been awake for 1, and I couldn't. I'm following a guy on Twitter that as soon as they're restocked, he puts an alert out, and literally as I was on my phone when he sent out the alert. I fucking clicked the link; it was already sold out.
Yeah, so you gotta understand, people have bots.
Yeah.
Immediately. It's the same way with Funko. It's the same way with cards. I hate it. It's one of those. It's just super shitty.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So for me, like, obviously, I've seen a lot of card games come and go. And some of these you're probably not even going to remember, if I'm gonna be honest. So because there was the Neopets card game.
Yeah, I only remember that because McDonald's were giving out the cards in Happy Meals. That's the only reason why I remember that.
Neopets had a card game. There was Duel Masters. I
gotta look that up. I don't know what that is.
So for the chat, I'll explain it. So Duel Masters was essentially Wizards of the Coast trying to get Magic the Gathering to work in Japan. It was their way of getting a card game to work in Japan. But they decided, we're going to bring it to America as well because, Americans aren't into Magic or anything. Americans are big into Magic the Gathering, spoiler alert. So it failed epically in America. But in Japan it did pretty well, actually. I think it's still going, last I knew. But there's obviously the original Well, actually, so Digimon's had, I think, 4. This might be the 5th attempt at Digimon card game.
Holy.
Yeah, it's had a rough time. I hope this one works. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope this one works because I really want it to. But then there's God, why can't I think of it? Huh?
Chaotic.
There was Chaotic.
Chaotic, I remember Chaotic. I only
was not
remember
big
because
on
of the show,
Chaotic.
though.
I was.
But I liked the show and I liked the video game.
I was ranked 5th in the world.
And
I,
I know
never, I only watched the show for that one.
there was Card Captors. Well, that wasn't. I don't think that was a card game actually.
Cardcaptors is an anime.
Yeah, I didn't think they ever had a card. Zach Spell did though, right?
That Bell did.
I thought Zach Spell did. I don't know if you even know what Zach Spell is. It's
Nope.
Oh, it was a great
Oh
one.
my God.
Metabots had a card game.
Correct.
Dude, we should have an episode of just old shows.
Actually, so the hilarious thing, that's what Alva and I did for Pokemon this past week, is we talked about Ben 10 for like Ben 10
Oh
and
my
Codename
God.
Kids Next Door for like an hour and a half. But we will make a cartoons episode. We will definitely do that because that'll be
Yeah.
so much fun.
I'm down for that. I'm so down for that shit. It's gonna unlock like fucking years of memories, of locked memories.
But yeah, no, so trying to think. I can't think of any other like big card games that I remember growing up.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, I remember, had a card game. That was that one was bad. The fact that Bandai tried it again and is doing really well. It's a card game I will never get into personally. I loved Dragon Ball as a kid, but I will never get into the card game, and I don't want to get into the
don't
new
they
anime.
currently have a Dragon Ball card game?
Yes, it is currently still going. Last I knew.
Dragon Deck Duel Links?
Zodiac had one.
I have no
that's
idea
not
what
it.
that
Oh,
even
never
is.
mind. Whoops. I think that was Yu-Gi-Oh. Whoops.
Anime.
Oh, Duel Links. So that's their current like thing. But there was also with Yu-Gi-Oh there was Dungeon Dice Monsters and stuff, and there was a couple other.
Dungeon Dice, Capsule Monsters.
Yep, Capsule Monsters. That one I don't even think ended up getting fully released.
It got a video game.
The other big one that I know a lot of people. This is more of a board game than anything. Is the Hero Clicks, but there was a one for Pokemon actually. Was it? What was it? Do you remember what it was called, Rob?
Nope.
Damn, I can't remember. I know because spoiler, I'm a big YouTube nerd, and there's certain channels I really like. Jay Witz actually did a whole thing on this.
Oh
If you don't,
God, I haven't seen Jay Witz in so long.
he hasn't done. He pretty much stopped for the most part doing a lot of YouTube stuff because he got a real job. I know he was working for Google for a while. I don't know if he still is.
His last upload was a week ago.
Yeah, he did one fairly recently on what was it on? I watched
It
it
was a
too.
Super Mario 64 blindfolded challenge.
Oh no, then that's a different one than what I watched recently. But I think he started doing them again, which is really weird. But I kind of like that he's doing it again because I really liked his content.
Dude, I used to watch Jay Witz all the fucking time.
I enjoyed his content.
God, I just fucking... Dude, speaking of unlocking fucking locked memories, that just fucking reminded me of a bunch of shit. Damn.
Yeah, no, but yeah, there's a lot of like content creators that. So actually, I want to talk about this because we're talking about TCGs anyways. Fuck Jake Paul, or was it Logan? I think it was Logan. Fuck Logan Paul, whichever
I don't
Paul
know.
brother, whichever one it was. F them because I blame them for the massive boom we're getting. Yes, it's kind of cool. We're getting more people into TCGs and stuff. But God, because he paid so much for set one, that's why so many scalpers are jumping on this. So
Yeah, pros and cons.
I know, but like I love that more people are getting into it. But God, scalpers suck.
Yeah. Kind of trying to make it into a hype beast thing, and some people just want to play card games.
I know, right? Like, it's not even like he's playing the game, he's just collecting it. So, like, and it's not even like a lot of this stuff is collectible. Like, yes, the shiny ones will always be the more collected sets. Like, Shining Legends, the one that just came out before Battle Styles, will always be super collectible because shiny Pokemon are stupid fucking collectible. If we're being honest. Like, they have been since day one. As soon as shiny Pokemon started coming in, it was something people always wanted. So, the fact that they're doing sets based around shiny Pokemon, they were going to be big when they came out. Because I've actually got a ton of shiny Pokemon. Actually, I need to fill my binder with them and stuff. And actually, so I am very weird with my collection of Pokemon cards. So I'm gonna talk about that for a minute because of it's obscure. So I have my main one, which is like all the cool stuff that I like, and then there's like ones that I'm like, it's my favorite Pokemon, so I gotta collect it. And then there is the really obscure ones, because there's certain artwork for Pokemon that I'm collecting specifically, mainly the crochet Pokemon and the clay Pokemon. So there's
But Brian,
yes.
do you know what pisses me off about whenever you show off your Pokemon cards?
What?
There's one specific thing that really, really pisses me off.
What's that?
I never see them sleeved.
So it
Never.
depends. So they're supposed to go into my binder. That's the problem. I need to put them in my binder. I'm horrible about it. Because I have a
I
binder for
fucking see
trading.
your loose cards, and I have a stroke, dude.
Oh, trust me.
You don't understand. You don't understand how much it fucking bothers me when I see fucking pictures. You show everyone your fucking cards, your cool ass cards, and
Well, usually
and
it's as I'm
loose.
getting them.
They're all fucking loose, and they're just all on top of each other. And I can't. I fucking can't. Dude, whenever I'm opening something, I always have my fucking sleeves right next to me. So as soon as I get something good, I fucking put that bitch in.
Nah, I need
And
more
then-
sleeves is the problem.
Dude.
Especially because now I'm deck building, so I
That's
actually need
irritating.
sleeves. But yeah, no, I am horrible about that. That's why I trying to, like, when I do stuff, I'm gonna start keeping my binders near me. Like
Please.
once I finish getting the room set, there's gonna be a bookshelf here
Fucking cards.
and a 3-tier thing here, and all my cards and all my binders are going in the 3-tier thing. So I can have my decks preset, I can have everything set up, so if I do tournaments and stuff, I can easily get to my decks, because that's my intention. Because I'm going to start doing webcam tournaments, which I will be streaming, guys. Yay! But yeah, no, that is something I'm working on. I'm horrible about it. Karina is actually the one that's good about it, because her binder, if I showed you my binder compared to her binder is immaculate. She has them organized by the Pokemon and stuff, and they go in the lines. Hers is immaculate. My binder is kind of just cards wherever. I am horrible.
Organized. Yeah, I'm the same. I can't keep it that organized.
Especially, like, if I'm consistently getting cards, like, the amount of time to take it out and put it back, and take it out and put it back, I'm like, I'm good. So I respect the fact that she can keep it all organized, but I'm like, I'm good. But yeah, no, that's... So, yeah, I am trying to get better about taking care of my cards, because I'm horrible about it. I will state I'm not as bad as Robert. Robert is horrible about cards. I'm going to call you out right now.
What's organization?
Oh my god. I can't trust Rob with things that need to be kept like.
So I will
Nice
state, he is
fucking-
good when the cards are pricey. Because, Rob, can I see that quick? You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say what it is because I want to show it on stream.
Here you go.
Hey, Gustavo, do you have my stream up right now?
Hold on. No, I do not.
Oh, pull up my stream quick. I want to show you something. Come on, go for
Brian,
full screen.
you know my internet, dude. There's only so many tabs I can open.
I know. But you're going to freak out a little bit, and it's going to be funny.
Alright, I'm watching.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
that's like
it gets better.
that's like a lot of money in your
That's
hands.
a $300 and $100 card. So yeah, no.
Dude, you get that shit graded?
I don't
That-
think. Do you intend to get that graded, Rob?
No.
No. Even though I know graded, it's probably like $600.
If it's a 9.5.
Oh, true. I mean, that one you pretty
Anything-
much put in a sleeve right away, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it might be.
No, it won't.
No.
It'd probably be a 9,
True.
which would make it like 4 or 500. But to get priority, it'd be like another $100 just to get it graded there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fucking worth it.
Yeah, I'm not big on grading unless they're older cards. I would never get them graded
Yeah.
because it's not really worth it unless you are intending to hold on to it to sell it much later.
Nope.
But like, how many people are actually gonna hold on to, especially something like that? Like, you're probably gonna get an offer on it and end up paying for it or getting paid for it. Because let's be real, $300 card, hell yeah.
Wait, Rob just carries that around.
No, he just brought it to show off to me.
Oh,
No, he doesn't carry it around. I'd fight him.
I was about to say, like, what the fuck?
He about to get mugged for a $300 card.
Gotta be strapped all the time, always.
I mean, I did pull a $200 Digimon or $100 Digimon card, so. Actually, some of my cards are actually going way up in price because of how they're doing in the competitive scene. So I'm tempted to sell them because I don't play that deck. So that's one of the things, like, I don't know what I want to do when it comes to Digimon is like whether or not I want to go super hardcore and like start doing like selling and stuff of cards down the line, but that's something I'll deal with later. Right now I'm just deck building, enjoying it. I might try to build Rob a deck. Gustavo, if you want to get in, I'll build you a deck. I've got
I can't.
3
I
colors
can't.
I'm not
Brian.
playing.
Brian, do not feed this addiction. I cannot. I cannot get into another TCG.
it's just
I'm
one, you'll be
just-
fine.
That's how it was with Magic, and I spent a lot of money on Magic when I wasn't even working, Brian.
I know, I'm just picking on you.
I can't, dude.
Bruh,
Not again. Not
I know I'm
again.
picking. But yeah, no, that's one of the things is I'm very much, because like I've made it apparent to a lot of people, like I'm taking Digimon somewhat serious, where I'm like actually like trying to be good at the game. Because like for those of you that don't know, I actually on my Discord, which you can find by using the Discord command in my Twitch chat, actually made a channel just for Digimon deck building, theory crafting, and stuff. I made a specific channel for it. I made a channel to show off pulls because I like to do that. I like to flex what I pull because I get lots of cool stuff. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, it's right there. Gustavo, talk while I wait on this.
Wait, what?
I have a sneeze like right here on my at the bridge of my nose, and it won't come out. Oh, it hurts,
You're in pain because of a sneeze?
bruh. You never had like the sneeze where it won't come out and it just hurts your nose.
Bless you.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh, then I'm weird, I guess.
I've never been hurt by it. It's just like uncomfortable, but I don't know. That's new to me. But dude, have you ever heard of a board game called Throw Burrito?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, hilarious story is I had one on at work. I had one the game that was sitting on my Top Stock cart for like 3 days that I was working, and my boss, he looks at it as I'm taking care of it. He's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "Apparently you throw a burrito at people throughout the game." He's like, "I might have to get this for my sons because he has 2 twin boys." So he's like, I might have to get this for my sons and me so I can throw burritos at them. I was like, oh,
Dude.
that's hilarious.
I've been dying to fucking play that game, but I just don't have the space where we live right now for it. But
Valid.
oh my god, I've been thinking about this game for months, Brian. Months. It's you just match cards, and then out of nowhere, the game turns into fucking dodgeball. Tell me you don't want to play that. You cannot tell me you don't want to play that.
It sounds, I do enjoy it. I do
Dude.
enjoy the concept.
Dude. If you ask John, I've been fucking talking to him about it for so long.
But actually, so there's another board game I've been really wanting to sooner or later get, which is called Trial by Trolley.
You've heard of that.
So essentially, so there's a couple obscure board games I'm going to bring up right now. Trial by Trolley, essentially, there's one player who's the judge, and then people line the train tracks with good and bad people to try to get you to run over theirs over your opponents, and whoever gets their train tracks run over wins. So it's it's a really weird game. The other game that actually I don't even know what happened to my copy of it, but it's called Kittens in a Blender.
What's that about?
So essentially, every player gets a color, and you try to get as many of your kittens saved as possible while you blending up the opponent's kittens. So it's a really fucked up game, but it's hilarious.
Man, I have a couple games that I've bought that I just haven't had the chance to play yet.
I'm the same way. I have so many board games that I have. Like, I have a game called Millennium Blades, which is essentially Yu-Gi-Oh! The board game, literally. And I've wanted to play it for so long, but, like, it's so complicated and takes so long to set up. So it's just hard to get. Yet again, that's the big problem I have with so many board games, is, like, not enough of them are just, like, quick, grab it, play. But at the same time, those ones that are quick, grab it, and play usually aren't as fun. So that's why I wish I had more time to play board games and stuff. Like, there's a lot of games I want to sooner or later play. And yet again, like, obviously Tabletop Sim's a great answer for that. It's pretty much auto set up and stuff. There's a lot of stuff for it. And, you only have to buy Tabletop Sim. And then you can download custom-made board games and stuff.
God bless Steam Workshop, dude. It's fucking great.
I'm not gonna disagree with you at all. Trust me.
Fucking buy Tabletop on sale for like $5, and then you can literally play
100%.
anything you want. Insane.
It's great. Like, I'm waiting for it to go on sale again, and then I'm gonna get it for Karina, because I have it for myself for my Steam account. I'm gonna get it for her. So, like, if I ever end up doing D&D, like, online, because there's a couple things I want to do, like a couple ideas I've had that I've wanted to do for a while that I'm just not currently going to, just because of other stuff. But there's some really cool ideas I have for D&D that I've been wanting to do that I'm just putting on the sidelines for now. But, like, with doing online stuff later. Yes, mother.
Send on your phone. Do you still have their address?
For
I was ordering food and he wants it sent there.
hey, Gustavo, can you send your address in the chat?
Oh, okay.
Let me see if
Yeah.
you have it on your.
Well, easy answer. Just have Gustavo do it quick. Just because Rob's going to order food and have it sent to your house.
I sent it.
He already sent it.
Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, no. God, what was I saying? Babe, what was I saying?
Forgot.
I forgot to.
My fucking 3-second memory can only remember so much, Brian.
Oh yeah, we were talking about long games and stuff. But yeah, no. So, that's actually a good transition into D&D talk, because we were talking about Tabletop Sim. That's right. We were
Yeah, there
talking
you go.
tabletop sim.
Yeah, tabletop and D&D.
So I'm not going to talk about this long because obviously we'll probably do a bigger episode of this later. But yeah, so for me, D&D, so I played a little bit in high school. Not much. But because it was a friend group that was kind of awkward and I just couldn't consistently get there. I'd pretty much have to go hang out with Rob when we play and stuff, which obviously for a while wasn't never an issue. I was almost always at Rob's house anyways. But then when I got into the military and stuff, and a lot of my friends were playing D&D more often and stuff, it was just one of those things that like it kind of became a second part of a lot of what I did. And then when I got out in my current friend group or my community college friend group, we got into D&D well, one of our friends who's perma DM. I love Seymour to death for being our perma DM. But he got us all into, and actually we were doing D&D at my house for a while, and because Karina absolutely loves dice, she wanted to steal some of the dice that I had for D&D. But I told her the rule was, if you're going to steal my dice, you have to start learning to play the game. And so she started playing and absolutely fell in love with D&D. And since then, I've run three campaigns myself. One of which was actually the Overwatch team for the college, which ended up being the e-board for the college for a while. Then I had my home campaign, which was based on the premise of Code Lyoko. If anybody knows that show.
Yeah, I remember that show.
And then there was I don't have good plays here. What was the other one? Then there's the current one that we're playing in, which is a Pokemon campaign themed around League of Legends. But
I've been asking Brian to make a Pokemon D&D for so fucking long.
Literally, you asked me for literal over a year when I first told you that I was DMing and stuff.
I think so.
I think a year. And it finally came down to when they were all in their house and stuff, and we had gone over there all the time anyways because we were playing video games and board games all together and stuff. And so we decided to, I was like, well, why don't we do D&D? And I brought it up to everybody about what we wanted to do as our D&D campaign, and it ended up being Pokemon, because some people had wanted to do a League of Legends one, but it was going to be so complicated. So instead, we put Pokemon in the League of Legends world, because I got the big brain.
I fucking scrambled and did everything I could so that we can make it Pokemon, dude.
But yeah, so for me, with D&D, my big thing with it is, is the creativity part of it, and because I haven't actually talked about this much on the channel. My minor for undergrad was in creative writing, specifically towards script writing and stuff. So for me, that extension into D&D just is so natural that I don't think a lot of people understand that premise of it, that they're very similar in a lot of ways, D&D and script writing, because the big difference being you need to you're a director almost more so than the script. You're a director, the narrator, and kind of the script writer, but you have collaborators, is how I've always kind of looked at it. And so with me, it's a great creative outlet, because I'm not creatively inclined when it comes to stuff like God, why can't I think of it? When it comes to stuff like art and music and stuff like that I'm small brain. But when it comes to story and writing and especially like strategy, that is something I really enjoy, and that very much comes together in D&D with me at least, is I can do that mixture. And I love improv, not comedy. I think I'm hilarious, but I know most other people don't find me funny as I think I am. But that's okay, because as I've said a million times, I'm out to make myself laugh. If anyone laughs along with me, cool. But I am very much somebody who I look at me making myself laugh, cool. Anyone else I make laugh, double cool. Hello, Ember. Ember cameo on the podcast? Alright. But yeah, so for me, D&D will always be one of those things that will have a special place in my heart, and I will probably, at this point, I will probably always be playing D&D at some level, whether it's DMing myself or playing as a player. Because for the first time in almost 2 years, I'm finally a player in 2 different campaigns. 2. So I'm no longer.
Oh, you went
forever
from
DM.
1 to 2. There you go.
I know, right? Well, because my streamer friend Momo does a campaign on Sunday nights, and originally I was like, I don't know what I'm doing on Sundays, so I was trying to kind of figure out what I was going to be doing with it because of my change in schedule and stuff, and I could actually consistently stream on Sundays. And he was talking about how he kept losing players because he's what they call a Gygaxian DM. He's very old school, very much not afraid to kill players on the spot for making a dumb decision. Which, I respect that. Like, if you make a dumb decision, I have no problem with you dying. So,
AKA John.
okay, so, no. The reason I did not kill John there was because that was beyond his control. Though it was absolutely hilarious. So I'm going to talk about that moment because it was hilarious. Actually, Gustavo, I've talked a lot. You talk about this moment because it's all you.
Alright, so backstory. John is stupid, so he goes into an alley by himself. He gets jumped by, I think it was 3 people or 2.
Nope. 3.
He gets jumped by 3 people. Then we come in, me and Rob come in to help him. Then all of a sudden they start fucking killing them. So they left the fucking Pokemon there with no owners. So then I took one in, and you know, since he killed
On
his
a
fucking
nat 20,
master,
by the way. On a nat 20.
nat 20 to keep him. All worked out. It was, you see, it was meant to be. So then, since, you know, he murdered his fucking original owner, you know, you hold a little bit of a grudge. So my boy went over to see John for a second, and I rolled to hit John.
And
I got
another
a
nat 20. And
I got a
straight
nat
up
20, and they fucking
kill
killed
him.
Dude,
It
that's
was
funny.
literally the best, because the funny thing was, he failed his death saves. Gustavo had no intention to save his ass after everything
No,
he
you
had pulled.
see, the thing was, I misunderstood how it worked. I thought I was just gonna have him roll twice, and then I was just gonna help him out on the third one. And I thought with me helping him out, he didn't have to roll. So I was just, okay, I was gonna see what's gonna happen if he can get himself up, and then I'll just help him at the last one, and then we're all good. But no, you just roll with advantage, and of course, John
Rolls
fucks up both
shit.
of them.
It was literally amazing, and I loved it. So,
shit.
yeah, it was a Scraggy, by the way, for everyone. Sadly, his Scraggy does not... No, does it have Moxie?
I don't know.
I can't remember. But it does have Moxie, that's right. I love Scraggy. Scraggy's actually one of the Pokemon I'm using in Draft League. And it was Scrafty. Yes, you're correct. And I just actually finished... I changed out Shuckle for... grabbed Shuckle for Kabutops, and so I'm really ready to mess some people up with Sticky Webs, Choice Bands, Scrafty, and just going ham. But, so, I don't want to go too big into D&D here, because obviously that's a whole... I can literally talk about that for literal days. So I don't want to go too deep into D&D here. But, is there any other final comments you want to make for, any of our topics today, Gustavo?
I spend too much money on TCG games. Please don't let me touch a TCG game ever.
So do I, so I won't bring you a deck today, I promise.
Please don't.
I'm not.
I know if you do, it'll become a problem, Brian.
I know.
I already made the conscious thought to not play it because I thought about it if I should get into it with you, and I knew it was just gonna be Magic all over again, and I was just gonna buy too many cards.
See, the correct answer is you don't have to buy that many right now, because like I could literally hand you an entire deck right now, because I have a deck fully built that I don't intend to play.
Brian,
I'm saying I could. I didn't say I would.
How do you think I started with Magic?
Oh, I'm assuming one of the Milk Cult handed you a deck.
Oh, a lot of them did.
Because
I had a lot of cards and I just wanted more.
Sounds about right. I can't talk too much shit.
It's a problem, Brian. It's a fucking problem.
Bro, if you've been on the channel for a while, you have seen I've done 4 box openings?
This man says box, not even fucking packs. Holy shit.
Nah, because once I got 2...
Oh, Brian, hold on. Now that we're talking about TCGs, when are we ever going to get booster boxes in fucking draft?
We can do that one of these times. I do have a second webcam, too. So if we ever wanted to figure that out, like doing something like that on either stream or just us doing it, we could if we ever wanted to. Because I have the second webcam and shit. We will have to do that at some point. So that could be something that comes down the line, guys. If that's something you're interested in, let us know. That is something we can do. So if that's something you guys aren't interested in. The sucky thing is you can't really do it with Digimon, is the horrible thing.
Brian, I'm not getting into another TCG.
Well, no, I would buy it for myself, and then we could just all draft from it. But you can't really do it because of certain aspects of it, mainly the Digitama or Digi-Eggs, depending on who you ask. Aspect of it is if you don't have them, you're pretty much screwed. But yeah, no. We can definitely do the draft idea, the booster draft. It's something I'd love to do, and I'm sure we could probably drag John and Corey into it too. I know we can drag Rob. I already know I can drag Rob into that shit.
You know you can.
I know I can. But that's something we could definitely do if that's something, one, you're interested in, Gustavo. 2, you guys are interested in stream. If that's something you guys would like to see from us, let us know. But otherwise, any other final comments, Gustavo? Other than you want to still do the booster thing?
Me throw burrito. Thank you.
I'm not buying you throw burrito. Buy yourself throw burrito. I have enough card games to buy. So actually, because I want to do this quick discussion we can do this on stream because it doesn't actually matter. So next week, what was I going to say we should discuss? There was something I had planned.
Cartoons?
Yeah, let's do cartoons next week. We brought it up a lot today, so we're going to talk cartoons, both classic and stuff we grew up with and stuff. So tune in for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm just gonna state this now. Best cartoon ever is Ed, Edd and Eddy. Fight me. I love Ed, Edd and Eddy personally. We'll talk about it next week. There's a hint to what's coming. I'm going to go do a raid of our dear friend Luke, because he's always raiding or always streaming, I swear. So we're gonna go raid Luke quick. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us as always on Gaming with a Point, and you will see us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you, guys.